Hello, hello. This is another episode of You.
Are you next?
Every episode he always does that. And he always say, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Today's topic is.
I'm a little off because I had some of that Juice Works Mega Mix.
But you always having
And
you always off.
It hit different today. I don't know what.
Nah, but you be at work off. We got a special guest. We have. I'll let you introduce yourself and your potential credentials. If you have so many, it's hard for me to even because you're a mental health specialist. And
if that's what you want to call me, or am I especially dealing with mental health myself?
I don't know. I mean, that's what we're here to find out.
Okay. Well, Leah Robinson, thank you so much for having me here. And
You're welcome.
25 years as an educator, but currently working on my doctorate degree. And
Oh, wow.
I'm specializing in behavior. And a lot of my credentials, I'm certified in crisis de-escalation, suicide prevention and ideation, mindful therapy I provide, yoga and mindfulness I do, healing and restorative practices and circles. It just goes on and on. So it's a lot.
So mental health is your thing, and I was researching yesterday, and they said over 6 million people get diagnosed with mental illness. I know there's all type of forms of mental illness.
Right.
Could you break that down for us?
So when we're talking about
From the worst case to the lowest case.
Not like I know it's depression is a form of mental illness, anxiety,
Schizophrenia.
So schizophrenia, like bipolar, manic depressive, those issues like that. But then you have other forms like anxiety, or the suicide ideation is just the thoughts of it, but it's not actually going ahead.
What is really anxiety to you though? Like people have anxiety attacks, right? You can't breathe. Is that because you thinking something crazy?
Something triggered, right?
See, that's the key word, a trigger. So anxiety
2 points for me.
can go on different levels. Now I suffer with anxiety, right? And I didn't realize how severe it was to a most recent incident that I had. And one of my struggles is I'm in this doctorate program, right? And it's a lot. So once I get overwhelmed, I start feeling very anxious, but I remove myself from people around me and I get secluded because I just want to make sure it's right. I just want to be perfect. I just want to have it done. So
when you have an anxiety attack, you can't breathe.
So it's different. It looks different. For me, this is how it showed up. I didn't know, because a lot of times we just say, oh, I'm anxious and I'm having anxiety, we pass it off. But this was my example. I have class because my school is in Albany, right? I'm affiliated with Albany University, but we have campus here when I go in person. So my professor said, can somebody volunteer to do their presentation first? So in my head, since I suffer with anxiety, I want to do it first and I want to get it out of the way, right? So the day of the presentations, he had a list of people who were supposed to go. I was on that list, but I wasn't at the top and I was the first and only one to volunteer. Okay, no problem. But remember now, constantly I've built myself up to present. The presentations, people went, it was supposed to be 15 minutes at a time, people taking 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, what's going on? End of the class, he says, okay, everybody else has to go in August because I have to go to Albany twice a year. We have to be in person, be on campus. So by the time he said that, I flipped the fuck out.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
You had an episode?
I had an anxious episode. So I got up, slammed the door, ran outside. I was screaming, I was crying. I jumped in my car, was banging on the steering wheel. It just was crazy. So one of my classmates, who's my friend, she ran out because everybody like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? We never seen her act like that. Because I'm the kumbaya. Everybody, let's heal, let's talk about it. And I had this episode, so she ran out behind me. She didn't know what to do, so she called my cousin and she was like, hey, like Leanne, please. So my cousin got on the phone because she knows I have this, and she kind of talked me off of the ledge. But that was a version of it. So now,
I got a question. Do you think if you punched the director in the mouth, would that help?
That's one of the that's one of the
so that's
prescriptions.
why I do
One of the
the
cures.
mindful therapy, and that's also a coping mechanism for me because back in the days or prior to me having all of these knowledge and tools to use, I probably would have ran up to the professor.
Because I feel that creates anxiety. You want to choke this motherfucker out.
Yes.
But you got to harness that shit and eat it, pause.
so mental so anxiety. If somebody has an anxiety attack, dude, that makes that person's
It's a form of frustration.
no.
But that you really want to lash out, but you can't.
No, but can you say that person is mentally?
Yes.
How about, so if I have one, I have mental issues.
You working towards
If I have one.
You working towards being mentally.
So that was an explosive
mental
one,
problem.
but that don't mean that it was just one. That was something, that was a trigger for me when I was not able to go because I've already built up myself to present, right? So I do, therapists need therapy too, right? So I do have a therapist and we had to revisit this incident. And in talking to her, she said, Leanne, when was the last time this happened to you? And I had to reflect. The last time I spazzed like that, it was during COVID. And I was in a place of isolation. And she said, what happens to you? I'm a very social person. So if I'm isolated and I'm away from everybody, that's what builds up my anxiousness.
Yeah, I researched that. A lot of people with mental health, they like to isolate themselves from other people.
So because I isolated myself to just get this work done and I'm gonna present and nobody around me knew what was going on, that's what triggered me because I haven't been out, I haven't been talking to my family members. I was just here doing schoolwork by myself, all in my head. So now I built myself up, but it started from there. So when she reminded me, you need to take breaks. You just can't stay by yourself and just focus on work. Some people can do that. But for me, because that's a trigger of my anxiety, I now have to understand that if I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, reach out to somebody I love, let them know, hey, I'm not okay today. Go out, have a drink, take a break, because
those are what they consider coping mechanisms, right?
Right.
What is other coping mechanisms? Somebody who's mental.
Can I ask you,
Sure.
will this coping mechanism work? Now,
some people use drinking as a coping mechanism. Is that correct?
that's why I become alcoholics. Cause they use that to try to escape all that.
Exactly.
Oh, I never paid that anymore.
But my thing is, when you had your situation with the school, right? And they try to put 4 or 5 people in front of you, do you think if you assert yourself like, we're not doing this, I'm going first, I'm the first one to volunteer, do you think that would have harnessed your episode? If you just spoke for instead of sitting back and trying to be generous and then they skip you with 9 niggas?
Oh, pause.
I'm talking to a female. It can't be pausing and talking to a female.
That's okay.
But they skipped you with 9 students.
Right.
You go students.
Right.
And you just sat there and got in your sunken place.
Right.
And you want to choke everybody.
And I want
But
to
if you
choke
would have stepped forward and said, all right, doc, teacher, I'm not doing that. They ain't even want to do it. I'm first. Can I go first?
Right.
You think that would have helped?
So let me just say this. So prior to, because he presented the list of people, so I did say, I volunteered first, and he said, I have a list of by chapter. So he had this organization in his mind how he wanted it to go already.
That ain't fair. That's why you snap.
However, when I went back in August and it was time for me to present, the class, because of the episode that they saw with me, they were very supportive. So they told him, please let her go. But at that point, he was like, what's why? And I said, okay. So I explained to him what happened. He apologized to me, the
As
professor.
he should.
And he said, I didn't know. But I think because of the way that it was done, now he knows for the future that he has to make sure, because everybody responds to everything differently.
Do you think that's somewhat of a city thing too?
What you mean?
What you mean? Yeah.
I mean, like, we from the city, we feel like like, even though she's in school, you feel like you was being played.
You know,
that's in all of us. Like, we from the city, I can't speak for every other state. I know when we feel like we being played, we snap.
Yeah.
but could that be a form of mental illness though?
It is, because we indulge in that behavior because of our environment, and Same way certain things spread, that form of thinking spreads.
So if somebody comes to you and you helping people deal with their anxiety, what do you tell them to do? Like what are the methods you tell somebody, say do this and do that might help?
So I provide a lot of mindful therapy, talk therapy. So with the mindful therapy, it's a lot of meditation.
You raise awareness.
And it's a lot of
Meditation works?
like deep breathing. So you see, he asked me if I would have just spazzed or punched the professor in the face or something. The reason why I ran, like he said, is because I had to, even though I was in a frenzy, I had to still de-escalate myself. So the only way to prevent myself from going crazy in the room is remove myself from the space. And then I was able to take a couple of deep breaths, think about what happened, and just let it go after that.
So does medication help?
I mean, some people
Needs it, right?
need medication. If I continue behaviors and patterns and display that constantly without having coping skills, then I probably would need to be medicated. But I choose not to have medicine for anxiety because I feel like I have tools that I can self-regulate. So when you ask me about, some of the tools that people can use, yes, the meditation does work, but they have to take that seriously and know. Because some people are like, I just can't breathe, take a deep breath, I'm mad. Like, no, that's not how you do it. Talk therapy, like I'm gonna say, like therapists.
I know therapy works.
Therapy works.
Therapy definitely works.
And you have to talk these things through.
And also another form of mental illness is depression, and that's that part right there. It's
See, that's real dangerous though.
because
depression,
it
man.
leads to suicide thoughts.
Or you taking somebody's head off.
Yeah,
They can go either way.
they can.
Yeah.
They can. Depression.
For that, you definitely.
But you know what I feel creates depression?
For what?
Finances.
Excuse me. They said
Being broke.
your
Yes.
upbringing. Who?
Being broke.
Yeah.
Being broke.
Going into financial
Time.
depression, yeah.
Being broke creates
No. I'm saying.
depression.
So you trying to tell me being financially unstable?
Yes.
Lead to
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's why they
A
keep
lot of
their,
these people
that's
go
why they
to
keep their
suicide.
foot on our neck like they do.
No, whatever. You're trying to tell me. So
Yes.
if somebody lose their job.
Yes.
I get they get depressed regardless. I get that part. But that will lead to mental depression.
Because once you get the fear of I can't feed my kids, I can't feed myself, I can't take care of my bills, that creates a depression. That's when you see motherfuckers start to resort to anything to go try to make some money or do something or go rob a bank or something and send them somewhere.
It gotta be deeper than that. You have to have some type of mental issue prior to that.
I was
No.
gonna say
You had to.
It has to be something inside of you already. So then when
Dormant.
trauma
The craziness
happens,
is inside dormant.
Right.
Being crazy be dormant.
So when trauma happens and you don't have the tools to try to level out, because finances, people end up committing suicide and killing themselves and doing all type of things. So you're right, 100%. But on the other hand, you're right. It's something that's already in there, because I could lose my job
And not give a fuck.
and be like, okay, so
That's the real cure.
What's
What
my
you mean?
plan?
I don't give a fuck
To
about
moving
nothing.
forward.
Fuck everything.
Yeah, I thought growing
That's
up,
the real cure.
Growing up, I was a little off. I consider myself a little off. So I put in my mind not to give a fuck. Because if I don't give a fuck, I can't get depressed about something I don't give a fuck about. So maybe like again, a form of mental
So
illness
you detach
from everything.
no emotion.
Yes, I should remember that show Dexter. I related to Dexter
Okay.
because I really didn't care about nothing. Like if it didn't do with my family, my job, like somebody can cheat on me. All right, I'm not losing no sleep. Somebody can really, a love.
That's because you never heavily invest yourself in a lot of things, which is good. You didn't heavily invest yourself into that relationship.
No.
Yes, because if you was heavily invested and somebody cheat on you, you're gonna be hurt.
Because when I used to care for certain things,
So something
So that's a trauma,
created
right.
it.
That's
correct,
a
Yeah, something
trauma.
created
and
it.
so I just shut off. And maybe I'm sure if I probably got I went for help, I probably got diagnosed with some type of.
They'll give you a little pill.
I mean,
you talking?
No, I'm just
I might be
processing what you're saying,
I might be a little
because
off.
that means you've been traumatized. Exactly what he's saying.
I think everybody.
Of course.
I think a lot of people. It's how you deal with it.
But that's when you decided that you're gonna cut off your emotions.
You built the wall.
Right.
Is there something wrong with that?
Behind
No.
trauma.
Is there something wrong with that? Now you saying
I don't think it is.
I'm looking at her because she's an expert.
She's an expert. She
So you tell me no.
If
You
she
tell me-
said it
and I don't know
is,
why.
it is.
So you wanted to kill
Me,
the white
I-
people. You wanted to kill everybody. You want to kill everybody. So I'm not listening to you.
An eye for an eye. You come hurt mine,
So I'm not listening to nothing you have to say.
Christ.
No, if somebody want to kill everybody, he want to kill
If
everybody.
somebody kill your kid,
Oh, my
you want to go and let the law deal with it, or you want to take his head off yourself?
Is that a form of mental illness? He want to kill everybody.
Then I'm mental ill.
No, he want to kill
You
everybody.
want to kill everybody?
No, I kill everybody in the household.
That has nothing to do with. So let's say let's go back. If let's say I kill someone that he knows, he's gonna come in my house.
Let's say you kill somebody
But he knows.
Nothing lives in your house. Goldfish, everybody go.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. That's a form of. I believe that's a form of mental.
No, that's a form of, I'm letting you know, leave people the fuck alone.
But but is that?
Is
Do you
that
think?
how you supposed to let them know?
Yes.
Like
And
killing
when other
goldfish?
people sit there and say, damn,
Like
do
killing
I really
goldfish?
want to put my family at risk by fucking with these
The
people?
goldfish too?
That's a
Everything.
form-
I make sure I kill
you
that
think that's
first.
a form of mental illness.
Anger. That's a
But yeah.
Oh, I never
No,
denied. I never
no.
denied I have mental illness.
But something had to be inside you to say, listen, he killed my son, so I'm gonna kill his wife, the dog, the newborn baby,
The goldfish.
the goldfish.
Oh, jeez.
And it so happens the neighbors have a sleepover, they coming over, and the neighbors' kids get it too. You have no problem.
I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be fucked up because I can't sort them out. Say who you are, who you are.
So
I can't sort them out.
so everybody kill it. Everybody getting it.
Everybody gotta go.
So that's not a form of mental illness.
Yeah, something wrong.
I've been saying this for weeks. He scares me at times. That's why when he called me, I don't pick up right
You
away.
don't pick up right away because
Yeah.
you don't know,
Yeah.
like.
Yo, you know what's so funny? I've been in denial this whole time because my son got mental illness. I'm like, he ain't get it from my side of the family. Just to come to find out, he got it from my side of the family.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
So that was something we talked about before. You was asking me like, is it hereditary or?
Oh, it definitely is.
Genetic.
After what you just said, it definitely is.
Right.
I'm sorry, son.
Right.
The reason why I said that because my son is similar to. Like,
Your son don't give a fuck about this podcast. That's all it is.
you don't get, my son don't care about.
He said,
nothing
"Fuck this
so far."
podcast.
So then that's how I am. So it had to be. I feel depression or some type of. It had to be hereditary. It has to be.
Yeah.
Cause he just like me. He don't get about shit either.
I mean, most of us get our shit genetics from passed down. Our parents just pass down diseases.
So if I was schizo,
I wish they
if was
passed down
schizo-
some money.
So if someone's schizo, it's a possibility their kids will be.
Absolutely.
So is that
Yeah, my kid's
Absolutely.
paranoid schizophrenic.
Right.
Yeah, your son.
Right. Because my biological dad, I have a half sister, and her mother suffered from bipolar schizophrenia. My sister, she didn't get the schizophrenia, but she got the bipolarism. Right. So it.
Bipolar, that's something I really don't want right there. That's
Yeah. One day you up.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Them Geminis is born with it.
my sister. Well, she don't watch the show. My sister's a Gemini. I think she does.
She's born with it.
She don't watch the show.
No, so I'm gonna talk about her.
She's born with it.
Yeah, no,
I didn't
I don't think
say
she's born.
it,
She's. I ain't gonna say.
They change like the wind too. It be all peaches and glory. Next you know, fuck out of here. I mean,
Yes.
what happened?
Yep.
So all Geminis are.
All Geminis
Mental-
are bipolar.
Oh, then they have mental
Okay.
issues.
So,
Yeah, that's what you believe.
I'm glad I'm not a Gemini.
I know. Like I said, I know mental illness in the black community. 'Cause I know that the new thing is when the new
There's
thing
mental
is,
illness in all
what's that,
communities.
what's that AD when kids has AD?
ADHD.
ADHD.
That's a form of mental illness.
No,
right?
no, I don't believe it is.
Well, I don't know. You're not the expert. I don't know because you wouldn't kill everybody in the crib.
Cause no, because ADHD mean they full of energy and they want to try to make it as a mental illness. It's just a kid with
But
good
I think I
energy.
know. I'm sure I read
Sugar on the brain.
It's
They hyper and
sugar on the brain. I mean,
if you put them in
Is
activities,
sugar on the brain?
He said she should. I'm just trying to process all of this. Right.
when the
yes.
researchers I seen, they said sugar on the brain.
Sugar on the brain.
So is that a form of mental illness?
People gonna say it is. I just feel like the kids just need to go play some sports or do some recreation to burn the energy off.
I think
They have like they full of a lot of energy.
I think it goes deeper than that.
Anything that obstructs our normal flow or
Of behavior?
way of behavior would fall under the umbrella of some type of mental disorder. Okay.
Okay, so you want to say that illness is a disorder?
Right. So,
Disorder, illness, or sin.
What do you call? Okay, so what do you call the people that want everything got to be clean? They have
The OCD.
OCD?
Yes, that's a disorder. That's not an illness.
Nah, I'm not gonna say. I'm not. Y'all like to clean your ass and clean the kitchen sink and the tubs 3 times out of the day. Fine, because some of these houses you going to look like trap house.
So it's not a it's not.
No, the nigga that don't want to wash their ass and got roaches running all the joint. That's the mental illness.
So when
OCD ain't no mental illness to me.
When these things are excessive and it's still disrupting a normal flow of behavior, then that would be considered some type of mental illness. You know, like just
That's
like
a good
hoarding.
mental illness.
Just like hoarding.
Yeah.
That's
a bad mental illness.
Yeah.
Clean mental illness. Bad mental illness.
Okay.
Is it true? I read
He's
something.
gonna become the expert.
I do little studies.
Okay.
I do little studies.
Is it true your diet can help that as well?
Your diet?
Your diet.
Yeah. I'm fat. I'm mental illness.
Oh shit.
Gluttony. I let myself go, stop controlling myself, eat anything that they put in front of me, so I don't eat meat no more, pause.
Is there a
But
reason?
it's the starches and the sugar.
So is there a reason you just let yourself go?
Somewhere.
I mean,
So I think this is
It's like a crackhead. Crackhead chase taste. Macaroni and cheese tastes good, I'm tasting taste. Good sandwich, I'm tasting taste. Good fish, I'm tasting taste.
so maybe.
It's the taste. We chase taste. Nigga want that coke, it's the taste.
Are you certified to diagnose someone?
no, I am not certified.
Why you want to die?
Yes, pretty much. I wanted to see if she can give you a little run,
But
see.
I was trying to use some form of questioning because I can't do the talk therapy to pull out and see.
Oh, no,
where
no,
his
I can tell you that.
behavior's
No,
coming
no.
from. Like, he ain't telling
No,
you nothing.
no.
He just lead the sandwich taste. We chase taste.
No, I think
taste.
I'm not an expert, but I already certified them episodes ago.
Oh, okay. What you certified him with?
I don't know how what's like crazy. Where would crazy a little go under? Because when people say, "Oh, yo, he's a little," when somebody say, "Yo, he's a little off," we
little off.
like we certify our friends, and you never did. We certify somebody. Oh yeah,
Let me ask you this. Now, if you change a lot of our diets and eat healthier, would that help towards our mental illness?
100%.
That's why we in Juice Works.
That's why.
Oh, speaking of juice,
908
speaking of juice,
St. Nicholas Avenue. Come and get this good juice.
Yes.
Leave the animals alone. Get some of this mega mix and feel like how I feel right now.
if the address
Yes.
is 908,
St. Nicholas Avenue.
that's what we shooting in. We're gonna get a picture of the sign. Juice Works.
What's going on, people? My name is Kay, one of the owners of Juice Works. We here at 908 St. Nicholas, sitting here with the Space Guard. You know how we do. Come get your good juices. Juice Works works.
Shout out to my nigga Meek.
Who?
Jameek. Got the same name as me.
That's my co-owner.
Co-owner.
Oh, shout out! Yeah. He's not here right now. Maybe he's here. He's in the basement or something like that. Ah, okay. We ain't do so. Listen, if you want to eat healthy and you want to get that good stuff, pause. Come to
908 St. Nicholas Avenue, Harlem.
We got the stuff for you that you need for your body.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, now listen. Speaking of Juice Works, we're gonna get some of it in a few minutes. See what's going on. And listen, mental illness in the black community is.
First thing is admitting it, second thing is rehab.
What'd you say?
First thing is admitting it, second thing is rehab.
But how can you admit something you?
I just admit I got mental illness. After
But
listening to say I mental.
But I've been told you this. Why?
You're not the professional.
Hold on, but hold on.
I just looked at you as judging me, but now she broke down all the accolades of.
I was judging you.
Yes,
You told me you
you're
were
not
gonna put somebody in the
professional.
oven when episodes. Why would I I'm judging you? This is just fact. You want to kill everybody named Mama.
You hurt mine, I hurt yours. You can't tell me how to be mad. I keep telling people you can never tell them how to be mad.
I get it, but mental illness can change the outcome.
It's how you react to things, because the only thing that we're responsible for is our reaction.
Let me do it y'all way. Okay, they hurt my kid. Okay, 911. They just killed my kid. Can somebody please come? He's over
Nobody's
here.
doing that.
He's over here on
No.
so and so block.
But I'm saying, but yeah.
And I'm gonna let them handle it.
No, but I'm saying.
Oh, we've been mixed up to some of the evidence. He gets it all free. Now what?
Then on that I agree with you.
Right. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Oh my God.
I'm not doing that either.
Like,
That's what they want us to do.
Who?
The law.
No.
The government. They want you to call the cops. Oh, he's over here on 184th Street inside building 2120 and go get him. And then they get him, they botch the evidence or whatever. He gets off.
But if you have, to me,
I'm not putting my hand in the joint. I'm not putting my trust in them.
But if you suffer from mental illness, it's a possibility you might do something irrational. You might.
That's my plan.
You might.
You diagnosed him.
Yeah, you might kill the wrong person. Like, how about if he's innocent? This, you know what I'm saying? What happened? What do you? How would you? Yeah, and I'm like, look at you. You wouldn't even give a fuck. That face of someone who wouldn't give a fuck.
Right.
But it's still the same. So your thing is, so when you have, if you a form of mental illness, you're not rationalizing nothing.
And like he
Not
said,
really.
if you kill the wrong person,
Yeah.
But most likely I'm going after the right person that did it.
But you
don't know because you just called the cops.
No. That was what society wants you to do.
Okay.
I know who did it. I'm going to kill him and everybody in the household.
So let me ask you a question. So let's say you somebody come to you and they seeking your help. You can find actually to pinpoint the drama. Let's say he was traumatized let's say at 7. Now he's 37, 30 years later. You can try to find out, pinpoint exactly the trauma. Yeah.
But it's
hypnosis.
It's a form of questioning. Like the more I question, and see that's what therapists do. They start asking questions. Now sometimes you're not honest about things that have happened to you. But if people are truly honest, because guess what? We all got ugly, right? We all come from some type of trauma or something has happened. If I question you and you start responding a certain way, I can go back and say, okay, this is what happened. This is what's going on with you now. X, Y, Z. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're lying to the therapist, you're never gonna get fixed.
Right.
So you can go to therapy for years, right? You can go.
Me and my wife went to therapy for 3 months. That 3 months fixed our shit. Because
no.
Women not lying.
You're not fixed.
No. In my relationship, in my marriage, I am.
Okay.
In my marriage, I am. I can't speak about the rest of the world, yeah, but my marriage, I am.
Because you have tools now in your marriage that you can use and you can identify.
I think that's
big tools.
I think no. When I say different as far as mental illness, like you're not gonna. I don't think somebody can be fixed in 3 months.
Why not in my marriage? Yes.
No, mental illness. If I'm talking about depression, if somebody.
No, I didn't say that.
So
I didn't say that.
It's no such thing as being fixed. It's having tools and strategies to use to
cope. To harness it.
What do you mean there's no such thing being fixed? So once you're depressed, that's it?
You gotta raise awareness to your mental illness for one.
I'm always gonna have anxiety. I'm always gonna suffer from
You
anxiety.
really don't have to though.
But that's why I have the coping and I have the tools.
No, I can fix you right now. And I'm not a doctor. Man, fuck them people. Whatever it is, fuck that shit. If you say fuck that shit,
yeah, that was my coping mechanism.
That's the coping for all that shit. Fuck
no, but
that
honestly, but it has the drawbacks.
So
okay,
let me ask you
what's your drawback?
Huh? So when I'm saying fixed, like this comes from childhood trauma, right? Growing up, my biological father was very abusive, and he really talked down to me and made me feel stupid, right?
He was mentally abusive.
Abusing, right?
Okay.
So
that's worse than physical.
So now I get to the point. I'm very successful. I have a lot going on, right? But I'm still triggered by words and things, and the reason why I have to build myself up to do the presentation, because at the back of my head, what happened when I was little? You stupid.
Come forth, yeah.
Right. So building myself up.
So even when you're in a relationship and the guy say you stupid, that triggers something.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yes.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I had the anxiety at work.
Get it out.
My first episode was at this Amlet company where you pick up the old folks, take them to dialysis and stuff, right? So this stupid motherfucking supervisor keep doing the next tell. That's why I hate the next tell. I used to love next tell. They keep chirping. I flipped out. The fuck you keep calling me for? And you know where I'm going. I flipped out. So I said I was at my episode. Then I started doing this other joint delivery company. So that was the first anxiety, like you could feel it like cringing, and I just flipped out, and that helped me after I flipped out on them. So I knew that's why you flip out. It's good.
It feel good.
No, it helps. When you motherfucker, you keep calling me for with the joke. That helped because the chirp just kept bothering me. Like
a lot of people flip out and hurt people.
Right.
Because it helped.
I did hurt him. I hurt his ego, because he went and snitched on me to the boss, and the boss put him on like, why are you going? I said, listen, he keep calling me over this bullshit. He know I'm going. I already know what I'm supposed to do. Stop keep calling me.
So you think that's a form of mental illness?
Yes, I can agree to it. It is.
Because I've been saying this for weeks. I've been saying this for weeks.
No. That's the whole different situation.
But I've been saying this for weeks. But now we have
Oh well, all right. We should come to find out you was right.
Oh, look at that. He gave you credit.
She came in and evaluated a lot of shit. You was right. All right, my second mental illness, right?
Okay.
Oh, you got more.
I was doing anxiety, right? Doing this shit with this delivery company, food company. And this particular joint down on Bowery Street wanted fucking hay and pumpkins delivered around Halloween and Thanksgiving. They wanted a bunch of hay, so we had a
bunch of who?
Hay and pumpkins. There's some shit they got in their joint.
That was him and things. Hay.
No, hay, like horse and hay.
Like
Okay,
the horses
okay.
in the hay.
So they put the pumpkins on the hay. So I had to bump this shit down the steps with the hand truck. And that shit pissed me the fuck off. I got anxiety. I was about to quit.
Oh, so you suffer from
He
anxiety?
has anxiety.
On certain things. It's something that I don't feel fit well with me. I get anxiety over it. It ain't too much if it was just the chirp and it was the hay.
Let me look at this right. Let me see if I did this right. Let's go back. So you suffer from anxiety.
Yes.
But certain things trigger that
Certain,
anxiety.
yeah.
So was it the noise from the chirp that just was annoying you?
Yes, because he kept doing it. You know how the alert.
Yeah.
That shit bothered me because
Right.
now you're bothering me for nothing. That's what the
And wait, do you remember what year this happened?
2010.
So for 14 years, you've been off.
No,
Minimum.
only when it comes
I
to
need
next
the word. I
cell.
need the word, huh?
Only with next cell.
Only with next cell.
Yes, for that.
But
I'm looking for the next one.
But the real issue wasn't the next cell chirping. You have a problem with somebody that's gonna keep doing something to you over and over and over again.
Oh, you know what it is?
That's annoying to you.
It's the authority.
Right. So that will trigger you. Right. It just happened to show
Wait a
up in a
minute.
form as a stupid chirp in the next cell.
I like to know that because I'm his supervisor. I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to trigger him.
You're cool.
He gonna kill you?
No,
Let me know. Let me know.
No,
Your
but the
girlfriend,
thing is,
everybody gone.
all of y'all are cool for the most part. Y'all cool really. Y'all don't fuck with us unless we do something dumb. The ones that do something dumb, y'all get on. I do my best not to do nothing dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to trigger. I don't want to like. Cause I ain't gonna lie. When he just said that, I was gonna go online and buy Nextel, and I would have had that in the next episode. I'd have had that in the next. I play too much.
So he want me to flip how it works.
Right.
I was gonna use that on the next episode, but I say, you know what? I don't want my family to find what I'm missing, so I'm not gonna do that because they don't kill people.
I ain't gonna lie. It's the first job where all the supervisors are cool, basically. For them, I really ain't had no problem with supervisors.
Thank God for
So it's like, now the other co-workers, some of them be doing dumb shit on the road. It triggers a little bit, but I say, you know what? I'll fix your ass.
So when
See, I could get even with that shit. I know how to fix the problem with that. When a nigga want to play on the line and all that shit, I said, you know what? I got you. I can fix that. So
when you have anxiety, you don't pass out or nothing like that.
No.
It's like a panic-
Extra looking. No.
Like a panic attack.
Yes, that's what that is.
You know, it's like hyperventilation.
No,
Wait,
but
somebody-
it's not just a panic attack. You get a little dizzy too. Like,
Yeah.
you be like, yo, you get lightheaded, dizzy.
So when you have anxiety, when you get lightheaded,
Yes, it'd be like,
If you're having a panic
yo,
attack.
yeah, you get panic, you should get lightheaded, you get frigidy, you want to punch something.
no. So that goes with anxiety, a panic attack.
Yeah. That's why I said it shows up differently.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the panic attack was just.
It's different form.
I never put panic attack under like mental. I just thought somebody got nervous for some reason or they had a panic attack for some reason. That was a.
But you know, you know what's so funny?
You have a panic attack from your
If
anxiety.
it wasn't for Brandon Marshall, the football player,
Yeah.
a lot of shit wouldn't even got talked about.
No. So if somebody have a panic attack, let's say somebody does that person suffer from. I don't want to say mental.
It is. It's all a form of mental illness.
Or disorder.
Yeah. So somebody having a panic attack, he suffers from.
It's a form of anxiety. Yes.
So anxiety, mental illness.
Certain triggers are, and you go into a state.
It's a form of mental illness. Anxiety is a and I had to be honest with myself about that, which was very hard because I've always said, oh, I have anxiety, but when it showed up like that, I was like, okay, let's
But you know what the
revisit
funny
this.
shit was? With the hay part, I had nobody to curse out. So that's when I started like getting lightheaded and shit. Because I couldn't flip on nobody. It was
So
nobody
what happened with the hay?
Because I was working overnights. There's no supervisors, nobody to talk to. You get your route, you go do your shit. And after I did it, I'm like, yo, that shit hit me like, and I can't flip on nobody.
What did you do with the hay?
I threw that shit down in the fucking basement and said, fuck it, got out of there, but it already hit me.
See, and see the trouble that, and I think that troubled us because as black people we don't go seek help.
No, it's the stigma.
Because he didn't go seek help.
I just told you, we didn't know, nobody really knew nothing till Brandon Marshall came forth on his situation, and they like, that's a mental illness shit.
But that was over 10 years ago, fam.
Yeah, that's what happened over 10 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? But you didn't seek help after that.
He wouldn't know to seek help because he wouldn't have thought that anything was wrong.
No,
He just said he met Brandon Marshall wrong light to mental illness because he.
no. I ain't gonna run. I knew it was something wrong. My insurance wouldn't cover the. Now I got some good insurance. I'm good. I go to therapy now. I need the therapy.
He go to therapy for relationship reasons.
No, I'm going therapy January 1st. I start my session solo. My solo.
This is
So no,
platform
listen.
is amazing
I
that you're
had
doing.
something. I had something to do with that.
this platform.
No,
that
I told him
you
this
had
was-
nothing to do with it.
I-
Only reason I waited to January because I didn't want to pay the copay.
Oh my God.
was
So he knew he need help, but he was too cheap to pay $15.
I waited to flip my insurance back over. I don't pay nothing. Because when I was going to marriage therapy,
Doesn't
I had to pay copay.
No.
I don't want to pay copay no more.
So if you need help,
nobody was in any immediate danger at the time.
Thank
so
you.
If he
as far as we know,
listen.
there's always unsolved murders in the Bronx. There's some unsolved murders in the Bronx. We never know. But you serious? You going to?
Yes, I have a
love
therapy session after
it.
the first. I got therapy session solo because I did the marriage joint,
I love
and I
it.
was paying copay, and I'm tired of paying copay.
I love it.
Oh, that's why you ended in 3 months.
No, that's why I ain't go. That's why I ain't go to solo.
Right.
No, I ain't into that. Like my schedule changed at work, and I couldn't get. But
I
but the
couldn't
3
think
months, the lady was so.
She was
Sonya, you the best.
What's her name?
Asanya.
Asanya, shout out to you, Asanya.
She helped us, and we've been great. No arguing, nothing.
I think a lot of people.
Get my dick sucked like I want to, all that. That ain't no problem.
She's a good therapist.
So-
She's a good therapist.
Give me her number. But listen.
You have another client.
Yes, she the best. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when we came in there, we was fucked up. She was like, "Ooh, this gonna take some work." Mainly because of me.
But both of y'all came in and they was being honest and vulnerable, right?
Black people, they don't go to therapy.
Because we was taught. Oh, you let somebody go in your brain. I think
it's more.
That's why they created that joint.
Like
where,
something's wrong with us if we go.
You know
to
why
a
I went to
therapist.
therapy? Watching the movie Billions. Bobby Axelrod had the motherfuckers up there making millions of dollars. They had a little problem at home. All right, go see the therapist. So I'm watching the movie. He go and see the therapist. She get him right. Back making money. I said, hold up. So we've been hindered and not getting our full potential and sitting there being told, oh, you weak. You let somebody see the therapist. Therapist is helping you get rid of all that generational problems to get right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You could have been talking to him.
Wait till I go to therapy. I'm gonna be a whole new nigga.
Oh, shit.
But I still kill a nigga for my kid. I don't know about that joint. Ain't no therapy gonna help stop that.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say in your expertise, since you just met him, so you can't get, so the terminology, no one can get fixed. You just learn how to deal with it in a sense. Because like if you
what you consider is fixed?
Not being crazy. I'm assuming that's what not being fixed. If like let's say can he be fixed? So I'm sorry.
Fixed.
Like-
Because fixed.
No, but remember that's what people.
I'm already fixed. I'm aware of what I'm
not.
doing.
No, you're not. Listen, I'm saying like if I'm sure people think if they go to therapy, they go for a certain amount of time, then their problems be all over with. So it's not like that. It's like I'm be going.
So-
He's gonna be therapy for years.
Problems will always arise.
Why I'm gonna be
It's
therapy
just
for
how
years?
you confront.
What I'm saying is, can someone have mental issues? I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna so
Yeah.
mental issues and say they go for a year. They can continue going. They're like, there's no stopping with therapy.
Once you have the tools to use, yes, you can start. Remember, I said I
You heard the
stopped.
key word what she said.
Right.
Tools.
Because things will always happen in your life. You will always get triggered.
It's
but
how you
won't
handle it.
Deal with it the same way you dealt with it.
No,
previously.
it's how you handle it once you get the tools.
That's it.
That's when you know you fixing
That's
it.
Okay, somebody.
Right,
All right,
right.
okay.
There you
So you
go.
understand? So somebody go to a shrink, whatever you want, for shrink for
Therapist.
therapy, because they depressed. So the therapy is for someone to go to learn how to control it to a
No,
point.
they gotta find the root of the problem, what's making you depressed
Right.
first.
This nigga's an expert.
He's an expert.
No, I just do the studies.
Okay. So somebody depressed. They go to a therapist. They find out the root of the depression.
Right.
And then that therapist find a way to help them cope
Yes.
with the depression.
Yes.
And so their life will be more controllable. They won't.
Snap.
Yeah. Okay.
Kill the fish.
Oh, so that's what. Okay.
That's
Kill the
'Cause
fish.
I know somebody who's been going to therapy for years.
They lying to him. Because if they was putting everything on the table with the therapist could have to give them the proper tools to fix whatever it is. You shouldn't be going for years.
No, you gotta understand one thing.
Let's not do that.
No, you got
Okay.
You remember.
No, let
I've
go.
been in therapy my whole life, my entire life since 5, right?
So you said you was doing therapy since you was 5.
Since 5 years old.
Okay.
And it initially started, my biological mother, she went into the hospital to have me, and she lost 6 minutes of oxygen to her brain. She was having a cesarean section, and the oxygen tank was broken. So she was having a major surgery, having a baby, and no oxygen.
You not rich?
And they said
You
that
ain't shoot 'em,
either
man?
she would die, or I would die, or we both would die.
Okay.
However, I ended up living, so did she, but she became paralyzed forever. And she
Y'all
had to
sued 'em?
learn how to read, write, and do everything over again.
Okay.
So within 6 months, the first form of connecting with your parent is the skin to skin.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that I've missed. That's why I have detachment issues. Like you said, I could
okay.
cut people off too, because I never had that mother-daughter bond ever, right? And my dad and her, I grew up in the house with them. She was handicapped. She looked funny. I'm growing up. She got to walk up. Like, as a child. But now, you want to talk about lawsuit.
Oh, he blamed you for that?
Big lawsuit coming in.
Gotta be it's malpractice.
No,
Yeah.
the father, he blamed you for that?
No, he mad at the world.
She blamed me.
The
for
father
that.
mad at the world.
Yeah, he mad at the world.
So
He
now-
take it out on her.
Before you continue, so is that a form of, let me ask you a question, would that be a form of mental illness?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Your mother?
No.
Because how can...
No, not the mother. The father got mental illness
No, she
because
said
he
her,
mad.
no, but she said your mother blamed you for her disability?
Of course.
As a baby, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's
Look,
yeah.
so the thing is-
That's a form of mental illness.
Think about us. We're older than they were when they had me. 35-year-old fly people. You know the old school Southern people. They living their life. She living her best life, and then you come
But
back and you can't
my
walk.
thing
So she
is-
feels like if I was never born, then she
No,
would
but
be able to
the
walk.
problem is she needed to see therapy.
She needed to see therapy.
And the blame is the hospital. It got nothing to do with her.
Right.
If they fucking shit was right, it would have been
Again.
successful pregnancy.
Right.
But regardless, but whoever was at fault, her mother blamed her. So that's gotta be a form of
Because she
your
didn't-
mother.
because
she
she's
didn't have
misinformed.
she didn't have the proper.
No, no. Time out. Let's say, let's say it was her fault for some reason, not the hospitals. It's you're a baby. How can you fuck a newborn because I'm paralyzed? So I'm gonna hate my baby because of that?
But
That's not a form of mental illness. I'm attacking. I'm thinking that's not right.
Because she didn't get the help that she needed afterwards.
They
it
supposed to
turned into-
subscribe to her after the
Right.
situation took place.
Right.
The malfunction of the tanks. She's supposed to went straight into therapy.
No, I get it. No, I'm saying.
But they didn't. Nobody lectured her.
No,
to.
I want to say. I'm saying, what happens if it wasn't for? Let's say it was no mechanical error.
Hypothetically speaking, if it was
Hypothetically, would your mother have blamed you for that in your way?
that's hard to say.
I can't.
So did your mother blamed you for being paralyzed?
For her condition, yes.
Why?
Because she said if I was never born, she would
And,
be able
and that's
to
fucked
walk.
up.
That's not.
And that's a burden she carried for all these years.
Listen, but so that's not a form of mental
Right.
illness.
Yes, it is.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
No,
Because she didn't
You
have
were
the-
saying without the malfunction, you want to try to say if she just would have caused it, will it be still the same?
No. What I'm saying is, if a lady is a woman's blaming a newborn baby for her mishap, and you want to raise your child.
Clearly something's wrong in your head.
Yeah,
if you can't
we all agree to that.
determine Or, right.
We all agree to that.
Oh no! I want to make sure. That's the one to make
Yeah.
sure.
So the reason why I started therapy at 5 is because they were going through this divorce, right? And the courts wanted to know who did I want to be with, because I'm a child of 5, right? They getting ready to get divorced. There's a lot going on. Money's involved now. So they started therapy with me, and I just remember, talking to people, and they use like therapy with toys, and because that's a comfort for a kid, so they'll use toys, and they're talking to me, and they're like, okay, so who do you want to stay with? Who do you like? Your mom or your dad? What did you do with your mom? So that was a form of talk therapy, and how do you feel? And all of that.
From outside looking in, your lawyer fucked that whole shit up. Because at the end of the day, everybody's supposed to have been in therapy. Father,
Right.
your mother, and the kids, because the negligence of the hospital
Right.
fucked everything up. Fucked their whole family
Right.
up.
So
However, I feel like it benefited me because on early onset as a black child, suffering that much trauma before the age of 5, look where I am today, because it actually helped
you a
me
beast.
through. Right, so it helped me throughout life. If it started that way, I was already on. I've always been I've always been into connect with myself and say, okay, something's not right, my behavior's wrong. Let me through every stage in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, now with my husband, same thing, because there's always going to be things that come up, and how am I going to deal with it? Because I come from a whole fucking line of dysfunction. and trauma.
so to answer your question, now can you say it was hereditary?
No.
No,
Why not?
Because it wasn't.
That was
It was
something
triggered
that was
from the
imposed on
hospital.
me, right? That was something that
That had nothing to do with
imposed on
family.
me.
But if we're saying that mental illness or mental issues could be hereditary, and her mother looked at her,
If she was bipolar or schizophrenic,
I can't say
yes.
that because the situation was created from
Right.
someone else
It was
negligence
right.
No, but
and
how?
created the problem.
Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Help me out. Maybe a
They created the mental illness basically
how?
because
How can someone?
look,
No one can.
the incident, right? Listen, look.
How can a mishap
The incident.
make a woman treat your daughter differently?
Because now you in a fetal state where you dependent.
No. But how you telling me once I leave? Some people will risk their life to bear a newborn. So now your newborn is born, and
She
I don't
felt
got
her
no
life was taken away through the pregnancy,
Right.
but the cause wasn't her. The cause was
Forget
them.
about it's no way you can tell me. It's no way you can tell me a woman can have a baby.
I just told you, you can't tell nobody how to be mad.
You can't, huh?
You can't tell no one how to be mad. She's mad. She's just mad at the wrong person.
Right. She channeled that anger
To her.
towards me.
And it's
And
supposed
that's
to
not
be
mental
them.
illness.
We said something was
created it.
wrong,
Yeah.
but that's what created it, the situation. So clearly she didn't have
Let me
the
ask you
right
this.
tools.
If the malfunction
to
ever
use.
happened, does she still have mental illness? No. No, it's nothing all to think
So
about.
how can a mishap? Maybe I'm missing. How can
You
a
are missing
mishap-
something.
How can a mishap get me to have mental illness?
Just like
If I never,
anything.
remember you said earlier, it could be a better
Okay,
DNA.
let me use this analogy.
It could be better.
Let me use this analogy.
She goes into depression because
Of the
she
situation.
can never walk again. She was just walking the other day, living her life, driving,
the
going to
hospital
work,
created
looking
it.
pretty. Now she's depressed. She looking at this little baby
Mm-hmm.
and saying to herself, yo,
there's nobody
if
else
I
to blame
wouldn't
at the
have
moment
this
but them,
baby-
but she
like,
not realizing.
Yeah, so at that point, like he said, somebody should have said, this woman needs to go and have therapy.
That's supposed to
start talking
straight out the
these
hospital
feelings.
was went straight to
But
therapy.
because she's not doing that now,
And
she's gonna continue
botched the whole
to
shit.
resent
No,
me
I was just
and
trying
get
to
all
see
of
was
this
there
stuff in.
I was just trying to see was there's a correlation saying that she had menstrual issues prior to the pregnancy.
No, it
That's what I'm
wasn't.
saying. I was just
Her
trying to
moms
see.
are straight.
No,
They just say, but straight.
No. The mishap caused her to be depressed and caused her mental illness.
Right.
And I was trying to see can we push it further back and say did she have mental illness
Oh no,
prior to the baby?
They didn't have it. They was happy.
And they was happy. Yeah, they was.
They was happy.
No, I
And
okay.
before that,
I'm gonna
I would have to research.
My
and
argument
see.
is the hospital supposed to took the family and put them in therapy because them motherfuckers created a problem.
They didn't
See,
do that.
and if that was you would have grown up, learned how to kill people, and you went to the hospital and killed their grandparents. And you done killed their kids because of what the doctor did to your mother.
I might not want to kill the kids. I wouldn't want to kill the doctor.
See, look.
Inefficient.
See, as a little baby, he'd have found out who the doctor was.
Unless the
right?
hospital would pay me pretty handsome, my family pretty handsomely, then I spare them.
See,
Somebody might gotta pay.
See, talking about that. I'm saying that's a form of mental illness. So I think he shouldn't even wait. I will pay. I'm willing to pay the co-payment now
Okay.
for him.
I get it.
I'm willing to pay the co-payment before it's too late.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he'll kill somebody 18 years later for some shit that happened.
As a person supposed to should. They came in there and put their care in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You got oxygen tanks fucking failing and shit. You creating problems.
Right.
Now the mother is fucking mad at her daughter when she shouldn't even be mad with
Right.
her.
So your parents
and she got to carry this burden for all these years.
Yeah. They got divorced when money became
Look.
involved, and it was
Come on, they got divorced, and the money even paid out wasn't even worth it. It paid even
Well,
money.
but this is about the money. You want to see that, huh? It's about the money, huh?
You got to compensate your fucking failures.
So, and so you've been going to therapy since 5. So most likely, majority at this point, you're gonna be going to therapy.
as needed. As
Also,
needed.
it's not like a once a week, twice a week.
No.
When she feels something coming on,
Right.
she'll go.
Like when I had that
Oh, so
anxiety.
I'm thinking you're going like every Monday and Wednesdays for the rest. Oh, so it's just
I
whenever.
got tools.
I'm going to the insurance company and say, look, yo, you've been too many times, you gotta wait till next year.
I mean,
That's where I'm going.
That was like.
You know that shit's $300 an hour, right?
And remember, please, see, in our black community growing up,
Yo,
Medicaid didn't pay for that.
You do one-on-ones? $300 an hour.
But remember, Medicaid didn't pay for that.
Medicaid ain't paying for
No,
it.
remember, I'm talking about in our era.
They're not paying for it now.
So how can
They don't want you right.
They don't want you.
So why?
The insurance company.
So that's why people in black community we don't go to
Bingo.
because we can't afford it.
I was
So-
just talking to my cousin, right? Her husband need therapy. They can't go. And Medicaid ain't paying for
And,
it.
and a lot of times black people, we say, oh no,
Gotta get you a job with some benefits,
No, we
baby.
blame it on the neighborhood. We blame it on the neighborhood. If a little kid's a little bit off, oh no, it's the neighborhood. So it's the product of his. It becomes the product of his environment. When
I
it's a
just told you
possibility
that.
have mental illness, huh?
When I say we all feel like we being played, we all pick that up. That's still a form of mental illness. When I say, oh, fuck that, I feel like I'm in some New York shit, we feel like I'm being played.
let me ask you a
There's still a mental mind
In
state.
your expertise, what
New York State mind.
what does it sound like? You know, can you see somebody and watch him for 5-10 minutes and say, listen, he might need counseling?
Absolutely. She ain't even got an answer. I know she can.
As I listen to people talk, and if I ask questions and hear certain responses based on whatever behavior they're going to display, yeah.
So
I could say, yeah, that person needs to talk to somebody.
would you think he need to talk to somebody?
We all need to talk to
So that's
somebody.
I'm saying. So then that's the case. You could say that.
But you have things that can smooth the brain out to like lion's manes, sea moss, and stuff like that.
I don't
the
know.
natural, that's what you're talking about.
Because
remedies.
your brain is on a balance.
So you feel like everybody.
When it's chemically unbalanced,
so you
that's
feel
where the
like
problems come at.
You feel like everybody
can
needs.
benefit from therapy, some more than others, right? Yeah.
Depending on the trauma.
Right. See, depending on because we all come from trauma, whether we want to acknowledge it or
You
not.
just said Medicaid won't pay for therapy, right?
Correct.
If Medicaid start fixing everybody, who won't need Medicaid? You gonna get yourself right, make your own money, get your own insurance. You don't need them no more. They need a dependent.
Yeah, but to say everyone.
If everyone get the mind is everything.
So you say
this is the strongest thing in the universe. Your brain.
If everybody get their mind right, like their mind is not right.
They're not.
Who?
If you come into a building with shit and piss in the exit, you think that's right?
That part, right.
Willie, you think that's right?
No, it's not right.
Okay then. So that's in a lot of these buildings in the hood. Their mind not right.
Because why do you
They
think
fucking
it's
on the staircase and leaving condom wrappers on the floor. You think that's right?
Why do you think it's okay to come inside
No,
the
because
space where you live, right?
you become a product of the environment.
Then the environment is not right.
Listen. I lived in Linden houses, I lived in Boulevard houses, I lived in Brookline, and I am not a product of where I was living.
No. You got some people that's exceptional and say, I'm not part of that shit. But the overall majority?
But going back to the mind, even though I was living in these spaces, because as I grew up, like I didn't have no parents, right? But my mind, because of that therapy that I've had all the time, said, no, this is not how I want to live.
Just like you walk in the hallway of your building, right? This door is clean. This door is clean. This door look like it been here for 55 years. Smear the dirt. Generational dirt just on the door. You think that's right?
Generational dirt.
No, I do see that. I do see that.
People
like, what's going on?
Like this morning, I'm asleep. These motherfuckers is yelling to the top of their lungs. Mother, daughter, son arguing like they strangers.
They need help. That's it.
7 in the morning.
They need help.
So you know what?
The son start kicking the door.
No.
Let me in, motherfucker. Boom.
No.
They open the door. You don't hear nothing else no more. That's some mental illness shit. It just got quiet and calm.
The more I'm talking about, the more I realize sometimes we see things and we think that's the norm.
Exactly.
PTSD become normal.
No. And that's why I go back to it. This becomes the product of your environment. So a lot of times I think something is normal. But if somebody's sitting to the you can't like
50 years of doing that shit, it becomes normal. 40-some years of doing it is normal. No matter how much you like it, when you start getting a certain age, you have a dislike for it because now you're tired. You're like, oh, this shit really ain't right.
I might need somebody to talk to.
Oh, we know you do.
Yeah.
If I do, you definitely do.
But I'm saying where that came from though.
I mean,
where that came from.
I'm like, yeah. He like, yo.
And that wasn't
We
fair.
just saying.
That wasn't fair.
No, we all do. There's no shame. See, they made us think it's shame in it.
Right.
And this is why we don't get fixed.
And this is why we can't be mentally healthy.
Okay, let me God bless the dead, Malcolm X, right? Niggas used to sell pussy and all that shit as St. Louis Red or wherever he was. And he fixed his life and became Malcolm X. He got his mind right. Start trying to uplift his people. They take him out.
Right.
Why?
Did he do therapy?
I don't know what the fuck he did, but he got his mind right.
He didn't do therapy.
He did something where he fixed his mind.
But he became a Muslim. So anything
The
that
Muslim people fixed his mind. They're the therapy.
To create something that's going to help us do better, then that's,
it got to a point where they got mad with him.
But that is a form of therapy.
Elijah Muhammad them got mad with him because he even went beyond their knowledge.
Help him and convert him to be something else.
And trying to, he got too much power. He started uplifting people's minds.
Oh, you're right. Listen, let me before we go, can you tell people how to see signs and they even in their kids and say, you know what, get them tested? Because we always say, oh, he's hyper, and we leave it like that. When I know that can't be the case. They used to say that about me, oh, he's hyper. That was not the case.
Right. Well, okay, so let me talk about my son. My son is 25 now, and he struggled with mental illness. He had a suicidal ideation once when he was in high school. And I know it started when he had like learning delays in school. But I guess because I'm an educator, I can pick up on that and give him the right, tools that he needs. However, what I noticed is he started in high school like really not wanting to go and I'm yelling like, you gotta go to school. And I purposely didn't put him in a public school because I thought I was gonna lose my son. At that time, single mother, black male child, I didn't want him to get, so I put him in private school. And then come to find out, like, he really wasn't going to school. And I was like, we gotta do this. So I got him into the therapist, and it comes to find out, we having counseling. He said, Mom, I know you thought you was doing the right thing, but you put me around all of these white people and they're racist.
Wow.
So he was suffering racism in high school to the point where he felt stupid and dumb and all of those things. So he didn't want to go, and it took conversations, and then he expressed things to me about even how I talk to him and did things. And I had to, like, there's no one-on-one on parenting, right? So I had to check myself, because a lot of my trauma, I was imposing on him. So all of that yelling and you stupid and you dumb that I used to hear, guess what? I was doing it to him, because when he not going to school, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you not going to school? You dumb as, like, it was the same thing. And I had to check myself, and I said, okay, I got to do better, because I didn't like it when it was happening.
Because what you inherited, you started to push on him.
And without even realizing it. So so then him and I had to do, that's why I said I was always in, because then I had to do it with my son, because I want to produce a mentally healthy male outside here. I want him to be right, so whatever relationships he gets in, he can treat the woman right. He can do the right things. Even now he's 25, I said, look, you want to be free, you want to have females, just let everybody know they're your friend. Don't mislead anybody. Have your friends, do you? Stay committed to you, but make sure that you're honest with everybody. Like, I just try to make sure that he's just doing the right thing. So signs is when you see people pulling away, when you see, and some people are introverts, they just don't
want to be bothered.
they're not social. But if you know it's in your child, or you feel like you want to isolate yourself, or you're feeling down more than you're
I feel
up.
everyone should create an isolation for themselves. Like it's called a reboot.
Right.
Everybody should reboot.
Now, but I would just saying that if your son if your son or your daughter is doing one thing, and
Right.
all of a sudden
Right.
You okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. If your kids is doing something and then all of a sudden they in their room all day, they're not talking very
Right.
much. That's a sign.
Right.
You
It's
know
a
what I'm
sign.
saying? And
we got to do a lot of checking in,
lot of
making sure
communication.
that communication.
But see, you got to build a bond with your child too, or your kids, where they feel open to talk to you about
Right.
anything.
Because
some kids shut down.
And sometimes as parents we be like, nah, not my kid. We look like, nah, ain't no wrong with my kid. He was going through something, and they might be going through something, but we not, like, again, that's not our expertise. Like, I couldn't.
And I was telling my cousin, I've been an educator for 25 years, so a lot of y'all kids have crossed my doors, right? And being their teacher, they talk to their teachers a lot. So we're just not teaching. If you're one who cares about people's children. And the main thing that I would get from the kids, and why I never had issues with, because I was 8th grade, middle school, dean, and all of that, they would say, because my mother don't listen, or I'm trying to talk to, and I try to tell the parents, even if you think they wrong and you don't agree with them,
Just listen.
Just listen to them, because they just want to share their thoughts. But we be so quick to be like, nah, I don't want to hear that shit. No, you do what I say. These kids different. They not built like us.
Why you think a lot of athletes get caught up with strippers and stuff?
Huh?
They're great listeners.
I love this show. When you gonna have me back?
Listen. I want to thank you for coming with your
Thank you for
expertise.
having me.
We live at 908 St. Nicholas Avenue, Juice Works Boutique.
Juice Works.
Shout out to Juice Works. Please come to 908.
If you having mental issues, this is the perfect place to come to get some juice and help ease your mind.
On the way to therapy, stop at 908.
Definitely therapy.
That's right.
I recommend it. Don't let them lie to you, tell you soft, because you want therapy. Get therapy. It helps. And it helps you get rich.
Listen, before we go, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody that got mental illness. Go get you some help.
Absolutely. What about yourself? Any shout outs?
I provide services, Lotus Total Wellness. You can email me at lotuslcnw@gmail.com, and I will provide more information further for this guy to plug me in. Thank you.
All right. Peace.
Please.
Good show, yo. Good show.
That was good.
That was very insightful.
I can't with you.
I've been told you had mental illness.
Oh my God.
That shit's insightful.
What we doing next?
To me.
What's our next show? What
We do it every Saturday.
Nah, you can say your name and not
Well,
promote your brand.
okay. Welcome. I'm Jay from Juice Works, Juice Boutique, 908 St. Nicholas Avenue, Harlem, New York. Come check us out. Appreciate y'all for pulling up and, showing us love and keeping energy, good health, and wealth alive and spreading through the community. I'm saying? Because it's very important for us, especially for our neighbors in our community. Once again, I just want to say thank you and pull up, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Appreciate
Peace.
it.